Good morning, Kasturians, and welcome to video 3 of chapter The National Movement First Phase. In the previous video, we have seen the Ilbert Bill controversy and the partition of Bengal. In this video, we will see the uprising of Swadeshi and boycott movements as a result of partition of Bengal and the Morley Minto reforms and some of the revolutionary parties which were set up to fight against the cruel British rule. So let's start. The partition of Bengal, which took place finally on 16th of October 1905, it was done by the British with an idea of suppressing the national movement in Bengal. But the result was totally opposite, and the nationalist movement it grew and expanded to entire country, and as a result Swadeshi and boycott movement was witnessed in the political history of India. Swadeshi movement and boycott movement, they rose due to the protest against the partition of Bengal. Swadeshi, that is Apna Desh or one's own country. This movement aimed at popularizing or patronizing Indian manufactured goods so that the Indian industries they can prosper with the increase in the demand for these Indian made goods. Also, the boycott method was to neglect the British manufactured goods, and it was a move to persuade or urge the people to neglect or boycott the Britain manufactured goods. And in this way, as the Britishers were treating India as a dumping ground for their British goods, so if the people will start boycotting the British goods, the ultimately the Britishers would stop treating India as a dumping ground for their country manufactured goods. These two movements they started from Bengal, as in the very beginning we have said that these two movements were a result of partition of Bengal. So Bengal became the home ground for these two movements, and slowly but effectively these two movements they spread across the country. People started boycotting British goods and they started using Indian made goods, especially khadi was promoted. At some places bonfires of foreign clothes were organized. Also, when the movement of boycott was going on, those who still preferred to use British manufactured cloth, they were often criticized, and even the washermen they refused to wash clothes of such people. Students and women they started picketing shops selling foreign goods. This struggle of Congress against the partition of Bengal, it united the moderates and the radicals, but the differences in the methodology and the objectives between the radical leaders and the moderates, it resulted in a split between the two groups at the Surat session of Congress in 1907. The moderates they started controlling the Congress, and the radicals they decided that they will stay out of the Congress and they will function from outside. But in the Lucknow session of 1916, these two groups they were united again. These moderate leaders, when they started controlling the Congress, they became even more active, and in order to pacify these moderate leaders, which were writing petitions relating to political reforms in India. The government of Britain announced the Indian Councils Act, and this act was popularly known as Morley Minto reforms. The two main features of this act were the membership to the Central Legislative Council and the Provincial Legislative Councils was to be increased, and the Indian members will be inducted in these. And second and most important one was the concept of or the system of separate electorate, according to which the areas will be marked as reserved for Muslims or Hindus depending upon the Muslim or Hindu population in them, and if the area or region is marked as Muslim populated region, so only Muslim candidates will be given permission to contest these elections. No Hindu candidate can contest elections in such provinces. So this idea of separate electorate was given in the Monte-Merlo reforms. Apart from this, after the partition of Bengal that took place in the beginning of the 20th century, revolutionary movement it started growing, especially as we have seen that Bengal was the home ground for all these revolutionary movements. Attached to Bengal, it was Punjab and Maharashtra where the revolutionary movement it grew, especially the young men. They started advocating the use of force. On looking at the experience of the moderates and radicals, these young leaders, in order to use force, they set up revolutionary organizations where the members they were given training to use firearms and explosives. And these revolutionary organizations or revolutionary societies were Abhinava Bharat Society, which was in Maharashtra, and the Anushilan Samiti in Bengal. These revolutionaries, these young revolutionaries, they started assassinating the cruel British officers like the Chapekar brothers. They assassinated two unpopular or cruel British officials in Maharashtra. Also in Muzaffarpur, Khudiram Bose and Prafulla Chaki, they threw a bomb at the district judge whose name was Kingsford, and it was in year 1908. In 1912, the Viceroy Lord Hardinge was also attacked by these revolutionaries. And these revolutionary parties, they were not only in India, they were active outside India, that is especially in Europe and America. Some other revolutionary parties were active, and most prominent of them was the Ghadar party. The Ghadar party used to spread revolutionary ideas by publishing journals. Also, the uprisings were organized by this party by sending the revolutionaries to India. Some of the leaders who worked from outside the country were Lala Hardayal, Rash Bihari Bose, Shyamaji Krishna Varma, Madam Bhikaji Kama, Muhammad Barkatullah, Sohan Singh Bhakna, V.D. Savarkar and Obidullah Sindhi. Although Britishers they tried to suppress the revolutionaries, like Khudiram Bose was hanged, Aurobindo Ghosh and Barindra Kumar Ghosh were put in jail, and some of the revolutionaries they were sentenced to life imprisonment. Still, the revolution it didn't stop, and these revolutionaries who were either hanged or sent to jail they became the national heroes. And this spirit of self-sacrifice of these revolutionaries it is inspired many people to join the national movement. But Since the participation was absent, therefore the national struggle, it didn't caught its pace, and it was with the coming of Mahatma Gandhi to India, the national movement, it saw a new Gandhian era about which we will discuss in the coming chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.